Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Vet with Vietnamese livestock farming. Fish farming develops economically in many different scales. With an area of a few dozen to a few thousand square meters, people can design a fish pond. The objects raised in the pond are very rich and diverse. But most fish farmers often do not pay attention to finding ways to increase fish productivity to bring the highest efficiency. Understanding that need, Dr. Vet wants to bring you methods to help increase fish productivity while improving meat quality, helping your output to be more stable. Fish farming focuses on timing farming season, and food sources are utilized reasonably to reduce feed costs, increase profits, along with choosing reputable and quality breeds will play a decisive role for the whole farming season. In addition, the stages of care and management, fish farming techniques and disease control also play a decisive role in the success or failure of the farmer. 1. The depth of the pond and the pond bank. Each species of fish is suitable for different depths. However, under the same pond conditions, a deeper pond will have better productivity. Ponds are usually dug 1.5 to 2.5 meters deep. Not more than 3 meters deep, the pond bank must be higher than the highest water level of the year, with a minimum water level of 0.5 meters to avoid fish loss. During the flood season, people must have measures to protect the pond bank firmly. During the pond construction process, it is necessary to ensure that the pond water surface is clear to create conditions for the development of natural food, as well as oxygen to be easily dissolved in the water. 2. Water source and water quality. The first requirement for aquaculture development is their living environment. Good quality water is the most important criterion, but sufficient and proactive water source will contribute to improving farming efficiency. During the farming process, people need to periodically change the water in the pond. To stimulate fish growth and limit residual toxins, it is best to change the water once a month. In fact, to monitor and evaluate pond water quality, farmers can use water quality measuring tools such as pH, oxygen, toxic gas tests. In addition, farmers combine with observing water color. Good water, fertile pond, is pond with water color as green as young banana leaves or green bean pods. Relatively good water, slightly cloudy, has the color of withered grass. Greenish yellow, brownish yellow. Bad water, black, greenish black or yellowish black, sometimes cloudy and colorless. Toxic water, black, gray or red yellow. When the sun is strong, the water temperature rises. The pond water bubbles, the water has a fishy smell, and a thick layer of scum forms on the surface. Periodically add BIOL probiotics to treat pond bottom to help reduce black mud, toxic gases, reduce algae, and decompose organic matter. 3. Good breed. This is an important factor that determines future productivity. Choose uniform fish, smooth color, full fins and scales, agile movement. No disease, no deformities, and standard size according to breed. The selected breeds are guaranteed to be healthy and have also contributed to increasing aquaculture output. When importing fish, please note that you should bathe the fish with antibiotics to prevent disease. Some antibiotics you can refer to are Aracin 500S or Oxygen 200S. In addition, to help fish increase resistance, grow quickly, supplement vitamins and probiotics. 4. Appropriate polyculture. Polyculture of many types of fish at an appropriate ratio is more effective than raising only one type. Polyculture allows taking advantage of natural food sources in the pond, because the water environment in the pond is divided into 3 different layers for fish species to live in. Surface layer for Cyprinidae, middle floors for group of fish, catfish, elephant ear, gross carp, tilapia, tre. Bottom layer for carp, bighead carp, catfish, and elephant fish. Each fish species has different suitable living habits according to the water layer, so when raising them together in groups of species and in appropriate proportions, farmers will make the most of the natural food sources in the pond. However, farmers need to calculate which fish to choose and what proportion to combine, so as not to affect the competition for food in the same water layer. 5. Density. Farmers should note that stocking density depends on the type of farming, farming conditions, amount of food provided, and size of the fish. 6. Feed. If the amount of natural food in the pond is not enough for the fish, the farmer needs to provide additional feed. Depending on the main fish species in the pond, stocking density, and water properties. During the feeding process, farmers should note to feed in a certain location and frame or make a sieve for the fish to eat. Farmers should use simple, easy-to-find foods, such as bran, corn flour, sweet potatoes, cassava, bean dregs, dried coconut, fish meal, vegetables, chopped banana stems, duckweed. 7. Management. Farmers should regularly visit the pond, at least twice a day, monitor fish activities to promptly detect the phenomenon of fish floating their heads. Normally, fish float their heads from early morning until the sun rises high and quickly set when there is noise. On the contrary, after 8 a.m., if many fish float their heads and do not set even when there is noise, it is an abnormal phenomenon. The immediate countermeasure is to change 2/3 of the water in the pond. Farmers add new water. Stop feeding for 1 to 2 days. Do not fertilize. Remove some duckweed on the pond surface. Or you can also divide the fish or catch them if they are big. In addition, during the farming process, people should take the initiative in disease prevention measures. If the pond preparation and renovation are good, and the pond is managed carefully, many diseases will be limited. Moreover, treating fish diseases is very complicated and often not very effective. Therefore, people need to consider disease prevention for fish as a decisive requirement. Only then can we ensure the improvement of fish productivity. Dr. Vet has just given you some ways to help increase fish productivity, hoping that you will have more additional knowledge in the aquaculture process. Goodbye and see you again.